here, and today I'm going to be talking about after plant positions and how to play after you plant a bomb as a terrorist. Two of the most common mistakes is one, getting into a poor after plant position. So after you plant the bomb, you get into a poor position where you can't really defend the bomb or you can't really play your crossfires. And the second one is peeking unnecessarily. So I'm going to give you examples of good after plant play and poor after plant play, and hopefully you guys will be able to learn from that. So in this round, we just entry out onto site. I'm going to try to skip over all this, go straight into the after plant situation. So here, get 2 entries. Okay, so in this situation, we have no idea where this last guy is. So I flash for CT because I'm planning completely exposed to CT and immediately start planning. You can see here, Apathy is in a really poor situation, poor position because he's exposed from connector. The guy peeking from jungle is going to have peeker's advantage, and the guy coming out ramp or palace is going to have a huge advantage on him. So here I spot him, but I get stuck. So the reason I was stuck there in the first place is because we had no idea where he was. So I would have been stuck by firebox regardless. I couldn't have pushed out anywhere else. So we just got very lucky that Apathy hit his shots and Z-Tech missed his shots. For me to be in that post-plant situation, it's because I had lack of information, and once I planted, I just didn't want to peek at all. So once I got that information, I tried to hide behind Firebox, and I just got spammed. But Apathy, there was no excuse for him to be in that position where he was, because he was exposed to so many different angles. So that was an example of very poor after plant situation positioning. So here you're gonna kind of see the same thing. So we have good entries. My friend gets a pick there, I get a pick here. So we have no idea where this last guy is. So after I flash twice, after the second flash, we peek together. So we double peek. He's right behind me on my tail, and he gets underneath. So again, I have no idea where this guy is. I smoke CT, and here I can't move because I don't know where he is. So once he comes out on me, we double peek. So the reason, okay, so I'm gonna just go back that round and play it one more time. So the reason why Emperor Dottie was right underneath me, or right underneath Balk, was because he knew I was gonna plant safe. So he knew I was gonna plant safe here because there's no way I'm gonna cross into Tribox to plant when I'm completely exposed from connector when I do so. So we're not in the best after plant position. We're both pretty exposed. Luckily, this AK guy missed his shot on me, so he peeks, and then I decide to peek for the trade. But you can see, in that situation, I think it was more acceptable because we didn't have information, and I think we played it right in a 1v2 situation. If he came up CT, Emperor Dottie could have repositioned against CT. If it came up jungle, then I would have repositioned because Emperor had first contact. In that case, came down from stairs and sandwich. I had first contact, and then we both played our crossfires. But you could see how we were stuck in a bad after plan position due to a lack of information. So I'm gonna show you a round where I almost throw the round for us. I basically do throw the round for us. We just win, luckily. But you're gonna see where I peaked in a time where I didn't need to peak, extremely unnecessarily. So here we're just gonna do an A smoke execute. You can see on our minimap how we're positioned for this. So we get really good entries. I molly under. This guy's burning. Alright, so here in this situation, it's 4v2. Okay, so right here, it's a 4v2. We should never lose this situation in a 4v2 situation when we have complete control of site. So Potato, he's just gonna hide here. Lazio, he was playing by bench. So here, I don't need a peek. I don't need to peek out that far wide. Here, let me just go back. I kind of missed the action there. I was focusing on the wrong person. Okay. Execute on site. Okay, so we execute onto site. I'm gonna play in super slow-mo. So Lazio plays this bench position, which is an extremely powerful position. right? So here, when I'm here on Palace, I don't need to peek out at all whatsoever. I just need to play hide in Palace and play for the afterplant. So he tries to get this kill, gets punished, and here, I'm peeking out so far. Instead of just posting on stairs, I peek out extremely far to get this, to try and get a kill on CT that's already smoked out. All I had to do was hide in Palace and play for the afterplant, but I peeked unnecessarily and it basically threw that round for us. So you're gonna see rest of the clutch play out. Emperor Dottie gets this kill, and see, here Emperor Dottie should have died because he decides to reload when he has 23 bullets, and then he takes out his grenades. So Z-Tech, he should have just peeked wide and gotten that kill, but he decides not to. They had to call out because he got the kill on the stairs guy. But we should have lost that round. We should have lost that 2v4 because I peeked out unnecessarily, and because Dottie played that poorly. But I should have been the key to winning that round because I had such a strong position on Palace and I just threw that away. So I'm going to show you the exact opposite of that, how the entire team plays perfect after plant positions, basically a 10 out of 10 round in my opinion. So we go out and do a B rush. You can see I'm the only one with nades, so I'm going to flash twice. I'm going to molly back by van, and then I'm going to try to smoke for after plants. You're gonna see here, I give 2 flashes, and then I molly back car. So we go out, entry together. Okay, so the entries, it's kind of whatever, but what's important is how we play the after plants. So let me play this super slow. Potato is planning, so I'm covering for him. You can see Lazio playing bench, playing first contact on cat and market, and you can see apathy up in market. So, or I'm sorry, up in apartment. So your apathy is gonna just hold this the entire round. You see Potato moving up to cat, so they have cat control, and we could play on first contact. And no one's gonna peek unnecessarily. So after he goes up on cat, he's gonna check window, and once he sees no one there, he's just gonna hide and not expose himself from that angle and just watch cat. So here, Lazio, he's playing first contact on cat. Once he gets that contact, Potato is going to play for cat. I'm playing market. You can see how everyone's posted on us. So Mert is posted on us. AK is posted on us. They're waiting for us to peek. We're not giving them the peeks. So we're playing this as perfectly as possible. So here, after a while, everyone realizes that they're posted, so we jiggle peek to bait out their position, so to bait out my position. So you can see, for example, Lazio, he's gonna get first contact on cat. After that, he's not gonna peek cat. After that, you're gonna let Potato play for him. So here I peek out market. So Merc is posted on me, then he gets a free kill. Then Lazio, he's gonna peek out for Z-Tech right here, and then I'm gonna peek for the trade. And of course, Potato got that kill on cat because Lazio made first contact on bench. So we just won that round due to absolutely perfect positioning and absolutely perfect peeking. So I'm gonna go back and play that in full speed. So after we throw I throw the round before, this was collective. This was, by the way, solo queue. I'm the only queued with Emperor Dottie, which he died during that round, I believe. So this was just synergy between 4 random players, because everyone understood how to play, how they needed to play the situation. So I'm just gonna go full speed. We entry out onto site. Here I try to cover him by smoking his default plant. So you can see he's just gonna stay up on apps. Watch the big flank. You see Potato, after he plants, he goes straight up to cat. I just don't peek. So I'm just like baiting out my position. So I'm giving away kind of like my position. Potato, he's just not peeking from window. Gonna play for cat. So once Lazio makes first contact, he's just not gonna peek again. So here I bait out my position as well, so that they don't just completely focus on Lazio. Lazio peeks out from the side. I play for the trade, and Potato gets this kill as well. Absolutely perfect after plant. Absolutely perfect way of playing first contact. So, like we didn't even say anything. We basically told each other how we're playing, like the positions we were holding, and that was it. And then we all just played based on first contact. We understood how we needed to play for trades. It was just absolutely perfect play. So here, we make the mistake of peeking, unnecessarily peeking. So that round, the round before we had perfect positioning, perfect peeking. Here you're gonna see us having um, extremely poor decision making by peeking one by one by one. So here we entry out onto site. You're gonna see it's a 5v1. So look, it's 5v1, and we start to throw. So we peek one by one by one. He gets 2 free kills on us. Okay, so once he plants the bomb, here. Oh god, no, no. Where's my mouse? Okay, so here Potato, for some reason, decides to expose himself from CT, connector, and stairs. Don't know why he did this. There's just no excuse for this kind of play. After he planted the bomb, all he had to do was stay firebox. And he gets easily punished for that. Then Emperor Dottie, he tries to go for the trade because he thinks he's going to come down from stairs, down into sandwich, and gets punished for that. So now I'm stuck in a 1v1 situation from a 1v5. That should never happen. Now he has an AK. So here you're going to see me peek because it's not planted for me. I have to get him on the cross. If he gets onto sight, I don't know if he has a kit or not. So again, I'm peeking, I miss, and I have to peek this guy. And luckily I get that kill. But you could see how Potato played that extremely poorly. He was completely exposed to CT. He was completely exposed to jungle. He was completely exposed to connector and stairs. All he had to do was plant, get into firebox, and watch stairs, or just play behind that first box and watch CT. Instead, he exposes himself to every single situation possible, every single angle possible, and screws up the round, forcing me to come into 1v1 from a 1v5 situation. So I'm going to show you examples of when you can play aggressively, when you can peek aggressively. So one of the examples I showed you when you could peek aggressively is when you were when I showed you that round of the perfect round where you play for contact and when you play for trades. That's how you can peek for trades or to like bait out information. But a lot of times there's a lot of unnecessary peeking that allows for these clutches to happen or allows for unwinnable situations to be winnable. So I'm going to give you an example of when you can peek aggressively. One of the most common ways that you can peek aggressively is freeze, execute practice. So one of the times where you can peek very aggressively is when you're in like a 1v3 situation. So let's say you're the only terrorist alive and there's 3 counter terrorists alive. You need to peek aggressively in a 1v3 situation. Because if you plant the bomb and you hide like this is pretty much unwinnable for you because they're all going to peek you at the same time. One's going to come out window, maybe one door, one tunnel, or maybe even 2 door, right? So even if you get this first kill, which is highly unlikely because they're going to flash during the entry. So even if you get this first kill, these 2 guys are going to peek you and you're in a horrible situation. They're going to just double peek you wide. One's going to peek you wide, one's going to peek you close, and there's no way you can win this round. Or you just get that first kill, you don't know if he's going to come out. If you hear another guy window, you're kind of stuck here again like this. So when you're peeking one, the other guy is going to kill you. So when you're in like a 1v3 situation, you need to plant and then play aggressively. And get that first pick and then play the 1v2. That's a lot easier. So when you play the 1v2, you could play from here. So you have to try to get as many 1v1s as possible. So I'm gonna have a video for clutching, so you could go ahead and check that out. So I'm exposing myself to here, or I'm just exposing myself to here. But when you're in a 1v3, 1v4, 2v4, you need to play aggressively. So that's like the only time where you could play like nonsensically aggressive. So again, you plant the bomb, you wait, you hear the footsteps, you peek out, try to get the kill, and then you fall back. So if it's like a 1v1, then you play for the bomb, then you play smart. Um, and then you play your after plants. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys better understand how to play, how to get into a good after plant position when you can, when you can't, and how to avoid peeking unnecessarily, and how to peek effectively when you're in an after plant position so you don't give up these rounds that should not be given up.